Hey everybody, I'm back. Today I want to talk about, it's related to the last video, the iron grip of control that I had on my life, that I couldn't open my fingers up from. So like I said in the last video, I don't know if you watched it, but I used to be free of this thing. I used to be extremely free. I was an extremely free person. And that's like my #1 value in life. So it's weird that I don't live it out recently in the past years or whatever. Freedom, you know? But my brain was just in this place where it wouldn't let me be free from my thoughts. Had this iron grip of control on life. And this past week I've been working on prying my fingers away from this thing so I can just release it and live. So yeah, it's been extremely good. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. So when you have the iron grip of control, like I did, like I have, whatever, and like I'm working on prying away from myself, prying open, you are just like living in this prison of perfection. And for me, like future thinking, and I couldn't let go of it, man. I couldn't release my grip and just let things happen, and not try to control everything. So I think that this thing is just, in my own life, it's been so deadly to whatever I'm doing, because I can't ever live in the moment. And so it's a really horrible thing. I never recommend it. I think that, like, I'm just like so intentional in all the things that I'm doing in my life, and so intentional with my life that that's what caused this iron grip of like, I want everything to be incredible and amazing, you know? But the truth is, like, we always exist in the now, you know? If you're always thinking about the future, then you're never in the now. And I was like, I want everything to be incredible and amazing, but in the sense that I was like thinking about the future and making that incredible and amazing. But it's never gonna happen if you're always focused on that, because then you're never in the now actually doing it. And so it's just a bad place to be. So even though it's extremely uncomfortable, oh, it's so uncomfortable, it's so difficult for me. It was so difficult for me to let it go, to open up my hand. But you have to, if you want to have an amazing life, have an incredible life, you have to be here. You can't be living in the later incredible life. Like, you can, and like, it's a great thing to make plans for the future and all that, and plan for the future being incredible. But I need my present self to be able to make things happen. And it wasn't for a long time. I'm not the extent of, I'm not giving off my personality and my character the way I want to. It's like an autopilot or something of like who I want to be. Because I'm in my head and I'm thinking about the future and thinking about all these other things. So I'm just like giving off like an autopilot thing. And I don't like it. I wanna be myself, you know, and live in the moment. So if you're struggling with this iron grip, as I call it, you have to force your hand open, no matter how uncomfortable it is, because it was so uncomfortable for me. I understand, I get it, but I was like, man, I'm 23 years old. I've spent so long dealing with this. I have to let it go. And I don't want to waste any more time with this stupid thing. So the way you open it up is you force yourself, and you just force yourself to be present. No matter what it takes. Like, if your brain is going off in different ways, you redirect all those thoughts. Say, no, brain, I know it's uncomfortable, but we're going to work in this new way. We're going to think in this new way that's just here. We're going to think in this way that says, because I would deal with so much like thoughts that are incomplete, or like things that are incomplete. Like I didn't finish something, and then I like couldn't be present if I didn't finish it, because I'm like, oh, I gotta remember to finish that, you know? Like if I didn't finish a homework assignment when I was in college or whatever, so often my brain would be like, okay, that's not done yet, I gotta remember to do that. And it's like, bro, it's gonna be fine. Like, sorry, getting a call. And it's like, dude, it's gonna be totally fine. And like, everyone around me I imagine other people just brushing it off and chilling and being like, okay, I did a little of that, I'll go back to it and just do it. But like, I personally live in my head so often, and I think it's part of my personality type, but there's like a healthy and unhealthy version, you know? And I was stuck in the unhealthy version. But you have to say to your brain, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, I didn't finish that right now. My future present self will take care of it. Hold on. My future present self will take care of it. Yeah, and my brain would try to like get this vision or this understanding of the future and this control of the future, to be like envisioning myself finishing the assignment and like being sure that I would remember that. But like, it was such a trap. I don't know, it's such a trap. You have to, I try to just run away from those thoughts as much as I can now, because and that's what I did in the future, and it was amazing. And some things you forget, but it's okay. You have to release that perfectionism. So you have to say different things to your brain, and you have to get your brain to understand the way that you want to live. And yeah, prying it open, it might take some time. Like, it's taken me some time, and I'm working on it, and I had incredible freedom today and this week, since I've been working on it. But yeah, you want to get to a place to where you're there, where you're living how you want to be living. And for a while, I didn't even know if I could do it. Like, because my brain was just in this pattern of thinking, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not the person I want to be, but I didn't know what to do because of this perfectionism, kind of. And I think that's a lot of it. So you have to just think in these new ways, and you have to talk to your brain and tell your brain, you know, I understand, I've thought this way for so long, and I've wanted to control everything that happens in my life. But what I want more is to be in the moment. I want to live in the moment, and I want to have control over this thing. And it's okay, brain, you can relax and not worry about the future. And like, don't be rude, but you say, thank you, brain, for trying to keep track of everything, but everything is going to be okay, and we're just going to exist in this moment, and it's going to be okay. And then I would just pay attention to my senses, you know, and say, I'm here, I'm present, I'm here, I'm present, and I would just repeat those things until it like switches over to where I get a glimpse of like, oh yeah, I am here, I am present. And you just pay attention to your senses, what you see, what you hear, all of that. And you might not get incredible progress right away, and your brain might give you all these thoughts, but your brain is used to thinking in the way of having complete control. So like eventually your brain will like be like, okay, oh, you mean think like this? And you're like, yes, and like just hold on to that and run with that and run with that presence. That's what has helped me to just release this thing. So if you have this iron grip of control like me, you don't want it. You want to let go of that thing in order to live an amazing life. It really sucks. It really sucks. But there's hope, because I have been totally free from this thing in the past. And I don't know why I let it back into my life. It's like a disease. It's really bad. So anyways, some hope for you guys that I've made incredible progress this week. And you can too, if you just do similar things to what I did, come up with your own ways, whatever. But the point is, I think one of the biggest things is just telling your brain how you're gonna start thinking. And understanding I'm in control of this thing. I can create new patterns in my brain, think in new ways. And I'm sick of living this way, you know? And your brain will cooperate with you after some time. I've heard it's like 21 days or whatever until it's a new habit. You can do it faster than that if you get there, you know, if you are after it. But you got to give it some time, but just keep working at it and telling your brain how you want to think. And that's how I've been able to release this iron grip of control, you guys. So you can do it too. And I hope you'll have an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Hope I helped some of y'all out.